India after their win at Gwalior against the defending champions. He would say that this balance in this contest is pretty even. The Wankhede Stadium pitch has always been intriguing. It's had always some help for the seamers as well as the spinners, and today's pitch especially seemed a little different. And the team winning the toss had no hesitation in batting first. It was Ricky Ponting this time calling the right side of the coin, and his decision was immediate. Batting first is Australia, and one important change in the Australian lineup on the right hand side. You'll see Ian Harvey has made way for Michael Clarke, a batsman who can bowl some left arm spin, but the Australians expect this pitch to turn. As far as India is concerned, no change in their team from the last game. Match about to start. Our commentators first up going to be Jeff Lawson, and with him Maninder Singh.
Good record that. Great strike rate and in form.
I thought that was a great record. 34 50s, 800s, strike rate of 92.1, best being 154, an average of 35 for a wicketkeeper. I think that's a bonus.
Yeah, not bad for a person who's got the gloves on all the time. Hayden averaging 43. They certainly were in good form, both at Gwalior and at Faridabad. Big challenge to this left-hand man. Let's see if he can swing a la Bracken at Faridabad. No ball, and this could be four-leg buys as well. Well, no signal from umpire Jaya Prakash, so there must have been a little bat in that. Well, that's the 4 runs and add one for the no ball.
That's a very poor delivery, trying to move it into the left-hander. Not the right line. I think the front shoulder dropping a little too early, and that was a no ball. It's the right call from umpire Jaya Prakash. Not a very good start for India.
And that may be a wide again, and well, perhaps an opening remark about the first one. It was a touch flippant, but this is shades of the World Cup final where I think it was 4 or 5 wides in the first over, and Australia were just away from a start. The pressure valve had been released in the very first over, and now we've got 1 ball bowled and 7 off it.
He's got to do a lot of talking with himself. He's not looked in very good rhythm all throughout the series, Zahir Khan. He's got to get his act together. He should realise that he's the spearhead of Indian bowling.
That's another one. Well, the nerves are playing a big part, but I think he's just releasing it with the wrist slightly pointed too straight, a little bit towards leg stump instead of pointing towards the slips. The first ball was terrific. Just hasn't got that seam in the right place. Zahir Khan to Matthew Hayden. And that's in there. This could be out. He struck. Well, what an opening over. 1 for 9 off 2 deliveries. That is astonishing.
That's an absolutely stunner of a delivery to the man who's just broken the world record, scored 380 against Zimbabwe. He's put his heart into this one. And it's very rare to see an Australian fending to a bouncer, Henry. Matthew Hayden gone for a duck, 9 for 1 Australia. Crowd very happy here. It's full house here in Wankhede Stadium, and what an atmosphere this is for this one-day international between the 2 finalists of the World Cup earlier in the year. In comes Ricky Ponting, the Australian captain, under pressure now.
Let's just have a look at that Hayden dismissal. A golden duck, the world record holder, and just fending. You see that so rarely from Matthew Hayden. He likes to get on the front foot. The balls that are short of a length, but that one really did stand up. Having said that, you look at the side on it, it certainly wasn't a full delivery, it was short of a length. Let's put that down to a good piece of bowling. And this is in the air as well, but safe for a moment. I thought that was going out towards Harvey's in a square leg. And come back for 2. Rahul Dravid, the stand-in captain, for the want of a bit of a term, I think it always downplays his ability, is opening the bowling with Virender Sehwag. Gilchrist cuts, that'll be 4. And that's the penalty you pay for perhaps not having Harbison on here and having Sewag on and the field up inside the circle.
Well, if that was the idea to bowl spinners in the first 2 overs, I think they should have had the third spinner in the team. And maybe Rahul Dravid keep in this match instead of Partha Patel.
Gilchrist pulls, there's a man out in the deep, but he went the wrong way. Agarkar is out there, he went to his left a couple of steps. I'm not sure whether he would have cut it off anyway, but he moved to his left. And the ball was 25 metres away to his right.
I think Rahul Dravid has gone the wrong way. He's thrown the ball up to Virendra Sehwag, which should have gone to Harbhajan Singh or Anil Kumble. Both of them played pretty well at Gwalior against the Australians.
On the back foot again, 4 again, and this may be a short-lived experiment.
I thought it was VVS Lakshman's birthday, not Adam Gilchrist. 3 gifts in this over so far to Adam Gilchrist. I thought VVS Lakshman turned 29 today.
He's gift-wrapped a couple, dropped them short. There's no sweeper on the deep cover fence. That's where you normally, with someone turning away from the left-hander, you have someone out there. This one's up wide and pounded.
Very dangerous play now. This wasn't over pitch at all. Just leans into that one. There she goes. Give me room, I'll send it to the boundary.
Definite. Good bat, nah.
It will be very soon that we'll see Rahul Dravid have spinners from both the ends. And in that case, it would have been really right to have 3 spinners in the side. And leave Zahir Khan and Ajit Agarkar, who's in the team, who's not been given the new ball. Let them bowl with the older ball, they bowl better. They're better bowlers with the old ball.
Played off the hip, there's no fine leg, and Harbhajan Singh's got work to do. Does he make it? Oh, we'll have a look at that. On the face of it, a superb piece of fielding. He's had some work to do already in the outfield.
I don't think got it right there. No, that's a boundary because the ball was in his hand when he was touching the rope. It's a good effort from Harbhajan Singh. But 4 runs for Australia.
In the air, safe, beats third man, another boundary. And this may well be the end of the spell with Zahir Khan. He's got 2 balls left, but conceded 30 runs already.
Forget the third man, it was hit so hard it would have beaten the 4th man as well. Really gives it Adam Gilchrist. Hits it hard.
It's been phenomenal cricket. That's full driven and 4. It continues to be phenomenal cricket here. Australia 54 for 1.
Well, he can play a bit. This man is, well, just supremely talented.
There's plenty of help for the bowlers. Just Adam Gilchrist has got them off track at the moment. Push through in the air and he's taken it. Mohammad Kaif has taken a brilliant catch. And it's also a priceless catch because the man departing is Adam Gilchrist.
Well, it had to take an amazing effort. And Mohammad Kaif, simply outstanding. Backed himself, a little bit too underneath it at the bottom hand. And it's the magic man, Mohammad Kaif. He's wrapped, so are his teammates. Gone for 41. 55 for 2.
Damien Martyn is the number 4 batsman for Australia with an impressive batting record, and so much has happened in the space of just 6 overs.
Harbhajan just a little bit slower, definitely bit and turned. Top edge could not be controlled by Adam Gilchrist. Now, some of the close-ups very shortly of the pitch with the ball landing. It's over the moon and got his man.
Look at this ball pitch and look at how much of the soil has come on with it. No point, so that's 4. That's good cricket from Damien Martyn. Quick to spot that length that was slightly short, and because there's spin and bounce, it allows you to play these shots.
Lovely release, but just too short. Too wide. Harbhajan Singh.
There again, the length was short and he's been punished. That's the point I was trying to make earlier with mid-on, mid-off inside the circle. The spinners aren't quite confident enough to keep the ball up.
Koi but nay, Ricky Ponting. Koi but nay. Those in Australia, that means no problem. That is just outstanding. Off the back foot, admittedly not a great delivery, but he isn't in great touch, the Aussie skipper. 16 not out, 18 not out.
How many teams would make that kind of a change? Ian Harvey, sensational game. The last one has been dropped because they've read this pitch early. They know there is something for the spinners, so they just want a little more of an option to use the pitch. That should be 4. It's rolled on to the practice pitches. Once it does that, there's no chance for the fielder. So this is turning out to be an expensive over. Already 12 runs scored.
Oh, you've got to love this. 85 for 2. 11 and a half overs. Ponting showing some ominous signs. Trying to get back into form. A bit of time at the wicket.
Mohammad Kaif. And he's given him. He has given him. Agarkar strikes. And that's another important wicket. The run rate has been good, but the Indians have struck thrice. This is the 3rd wicket to go for Australia. And a big one. Ricky Ponting, the man who is looking good.
Well, once again, Rahul Dravid's bowling changes take effect. Yeah, it's hitting the leg side-ish, but it's a long way across. Probably would have picked up leg stump, Ponting out for 31. Australia 93 for 3. Andrew Symonds comes to the crease to replace his skipper, Ponting out LBW. Ajit Agarkar's 2nd delivery.
Second delivery, getting the Australian captain going far too across on the front leg, and a good decision in the end by Neil Mallender, playing all around it. The hit Midland leg, and joy in the face of Ajit Agarkar, and Ricky Ponting was surprised.
Symonds drives, doesn't beat the field. They get through for a single. Mohammad Kaif is on fire.
It's quite remarkable. Athletic, one of the better fielders, the fittest guys in the Indian team, and he stops many runs. That's a crucial one.
In the air, safe. Well, there's nothing defensive about the way Andrew Symonds plays. And that'll pose more questions for Dravid.
Over the top once again. Another boundary to end the over. It's 104 for 3.
That beats the field again. And the sweeper is very square out there. That was a genuine cover drive. The sweeper's out sort of deep cover point.
Well, looking in great touch. Andrew Symonds. Just the margin of error, a little bit of width on the fuller side. Watching his ball, watching the ball onto his bat. Good return for Ajit Agarkar as well, the slower delivery. Gripping onto the surface.
Well, trying to hit that through the covers. Oh, another big piece out of the wicket. And again, that's superbly timed. Wow. Not easy to time the ball like that off the slower bowlers.
Stunning silence in the ground every time they score a boundary, and this was a classic. Leaning into the ball, the balance was good, and the placement even better.
Oh, that's a lovely delivery. That's bounced and had a nice bit of pace about it. He's very deceptive today, Agarkar, the odd one that really goes through, and is using his brains, bowling off cutters.
Really whipped that one at about 140 k's. Gone over the top, didn't quite get a hold of it, but he'll get 4.
And he just backed himself here, Damien Martyn. He thought, well, this is going to be slightly up with a seam upright delivery. He's tried to get it to seam upright instead of bowling the off cut of the change of pace. Martin's picked it well. I thought if anything's slightly up, it's going to go back over your head.
The bat turning in his hand, but that didn't matter.
Yuvraj Singh, who was just being greeted with a Dorothy Dix over extra cover. That is a big 6 from the big fella Symonds.
That's an amazing shot. Just a little bit of room outside the off stump. Just take a look at him, inside out. Perfect follow through, head very still. Look at the power he packs in those shots into the crowd, and that's over extra cover. Really get in your best bowlers at this stage, Danny. I don't know what is going on in Rahul Dravid's mind, but I would definitely have Harbhajan in here. That's well bowled. Look at the amount of assistance there, and yet you can't get a hold of this Australian batting lineup. They're just getting runs at will. Got to be bowling on one side of the wicket. That's more the line that you want. The outside edge gets him 2. It's already 14 off this over.
Oh, it's lovely fielding. Yuvraj Singh, he's at the bowling crease. And he's also diving around inside the circle.
It's just the kind of commitment you need at this stage, really, to prop the proceedings up a bit from the Indian perspective. Very well done there.
Just thinking about those feet all the time. Yuvraj very quick. The overthrows here. I think it's worth a go. It's the aggression in the field that India need. Yuvraj is one of those quick young men. Picks up cleanly and wants to take it on. Direct hit. I think he would have been out of here, Symonds. It's been in the game, Yuvraj, no doubt about that. Slightly too short. Comfortably get 2. And finish the over. 29 gone. It's 170 for 3.
The team has been in trouble. They've scored briskly. Another pull shot. It's gone up in the air. Harbhajan Singh should take it. Yuvraj Singh has struck for India. Another bowling change for Dravid has worked. The danger man, Symonds, has been picked up.
Well, it has worked, but it's been working a little too late. 171 for Australians, and they're in the 30th over. I think that's a very good total on the surface because this pitch looks supportive for the bowlers. Happy Yuvraj Singh there. Lovely innings from Symonds. 48, 171 for 4 Australia.
Michael Bevan has run in. Symonds caught in the deep.
It was against the bounce that beat him. The ball is stopping and coming onto the bat.
Symonds looking to play a controlled pull shot. I think the attempt was to keep the ball down because he was aware there was a fielder in the deep. So it was a miscued shot. The attempt was not to play in the air. Harbhajan Singh was in the shade. The ball was coming from bright sunshine into the shade. Never easy for a fielder in the deep. Well, he's a far better bowler than what we're seeing at the moment, and the body language tells you a story. Is not quite there with the confidence. Normally he's a lot more aggressive and bubbly. Perhaps I think we hit the nail on the head, whether he's recovered from that injury. Chip shot. Is it going to cross the boundary road comfortably? In the end, Virendra Sehwag doesn't get there in time.
A very skillful shot indeed by Michael Bevan.
What amazes me is that the skipper never comes to the bowler to speak to him. There were a couple of skippers before Rahul Dravid who would come 4 times in an over. Now this one just doesn't come. You've got to come and speak to your bowler. You know what the surface is. Try and tell him, if he's not being able to read, that you've got to bowl slower.
Well, taken on the full. That's Martyn's 50. Very useful one under the circumstances. Not the easiest of pitches to bat on. Game at a difficult time. 18th half century. 4 boundaries in that for Damien Martyn. Inside out. Wide of the man, it's short extra cover, and it fits another boundary for Damien Martyn, and that also brings up the 200 for Australia.
As previously, this is a brave shot. Goes down the wicket, but also goes outside leg stump a long way. Kaif almost takes a spectacular catch. It was a good effort, but all in vain. More like a goalkeeper trying to palm it round.
Bit of width here, nicely stroked by Bevan, and another boundary. Well, on a pitch where the ball's doing all kinds of things, the Indians, especially the bowlers, have been struggling.
Just said I'm enjoying this from Yuvraj Singh. There's a rank long hop outside off stump. Michael Bevan. Lethal. Bowler, not happy.
Goes for the slog as he found the gap. Brilliant effort in the deep. TVS Lakshman, the fielder. 211 for 4. Good effort by TVS Lakshman. Not the quickest of the Indian fielders.
See, about 250, 260. It's going to be gettable. More than that if these two stay around for another 5 or 6 overs. And I said it just races away here at Wankhede. Quick outfield, no chance.
Well, 23 fours and 1 6 will tell you the number of loose deliveries that the spinners have bowled, and most of the boundaries have come square of the wicket, which means they've been short, they've been wide, not too many in front of square.
And Kumble. Again, just that little bit too much room. It's another good stroke from Damien Martyn. He goes to 63.
And in the same area as well. Sitting there to be hit. We'll often find the bowlers being a little too reluctant to bowl on the fuller side for the fear of the batsman hitting over the top. Over the top. And it's all the way. What a big hit this is.
Brings up the 50 partnership as he decides to go downtown for half a dozen. It really is a sweet shot. Still didn't quite get all of it. He just closes the face at the bottom hand. Now it just tells you it all. Eyes light up like the full beacons.
And this time he misses, and so does Partha Patel. A difficult take for the wicketkeeper. And 4 more it will be, and signal buys.
Fortune favours the positive on this occasion. He's down the wicket now, it's turned and he's missed it. The keeper's missed it, young Patel. Very frustrating for the fielding side. It's gone all the way to the fence.
Well, this is not very good news for India. Yuvraj Singh, the man being helped off the field. This is going to be a tall scoring game, and Yuvraj's current form will be a telling factor. Well, all your hopes is for India's case. It's nothing very serious.
Kumble, short delivery out. He just dived there away, Yuvraj. Could have been there where he might have, he might have pulled a calf.
Well, he can be a dangerous player in the death, Michael Bevan. And perfectly the reason why.
Coach John Wright pulling his hair out. It's short and wide. You've really got to start thinking about where you're going to bowl. Getting into the death overs, because you want to get that slower delivery happening. Change your pace. Don't give the batsman room to move.
That's a classical shot. Might not find a cricketer playing it too many times, but absolute disdain. Touch of arrogance about it.
Shows the nature of the surface. It's just too slow. Didn't bounce that much, so good adjustment from Damien Martyn. Just flat batted it down the ground. Nice bit of footwork there. Prakash. This is hit fairly well. The dance on. Saw him out last night on the dance floor, didn't you?
Look, once again against the turn. Harbhajan. Well, sloppy work in the end. And Anil Kumble is not going to like it one bit.
Jan Singh did all the hard work. He's gone down the wicket. Damien Martyn, he's done all the hard work. He could have got the dive out, but yeah, that's feeble, I'm afraid. He's got there and he should have covered something with his body on this and prevented the boundary. Have some commitment, and the bowler, the face says it all.
In the air, but Hemant Badani doesn't judge it well, and Anil Kumble, well, nothing going quite right for him. Martyn picks up another boundary.
The bowler and the skipper have got the full teapot on. Hands on hips. No, that is an understatement. Shiv. Top edge. It's there for the taking, and it's almost like he lost it, Badani. Yeah, he's out of position just slightly. Come in.
Fairly disappointing.
Harbhajan Singh will struggle to get there. It's another /4 from Michael Bevan. 4 overs to go now. 261 for 4. Last ball of the previous over. Square drive, flying off the face of the bat to point. And Damien Martyn is a wonderful player. A shot that was. Waiting for the Yorker he was, and didn't look to hit it hard, but it's sped to the boundary.
Well, the ball's soft. They have changed it once, but look at it, still dirty. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Knew where the long off was, and just aimed for the non-striker.
He moves on to 98. He's going to attempt the second. Quick run. It's a good throw. And he's completed the 99th run.
And now Martyn on 99.
Do you hear the applause, Jeff?
That's more like a Bombay crowd. That's what we come to expect of you.
Well, I spoke too early. 99 to Damien Martyn. There it is. Direct hit might just stop that 100th run, but he gets it anyway. So that's the 5th one-day international 100 for Damien Martyn. His first on Indian soil. And his team is delighted. 1 over to go. Australia 282 for 4 with Damien Martyn on exactly 100. Last over of the innings. And it's bowled him. Ajit Agarkar gets a reward for some very accurate bowling. As you said earlier, he has been the outstanding bowler for India, but an outstanding batsman as well, leading the scene, getting 100 of 119 balls, and sure, he's going to get a standing ovation. Great ball, perfect Yorker.
Well played, well bowled. The crowd appreciate it. .282 for 5. There was a degree of tightness in that stroke, but we'll forgive that. Good reward for the bowler. He's deserved the best figures, has deserved another wicket, and to get out the top scorer, he perhaps deserved that as well. Martyn certainly deserved the 100 and the rousing reception he was given.
Scooped up in the air. Mohammad Kaif should take it comfortably. He does. It's not the first catch he's taken. Certainly a simpler one. So Ajit Agarkar gets his 3rd wicket as Michael Bevan makes another good contribution to his team.
Yeah, another slow ball, stands up on Bevan, sits up, and that's the best he can do with it. Case does it easily, Bevan out for 42, now 283 for 6.
Although the damage may have already been done, 285 is a very good total on a surface like this. You can see there it's a dust bowl. And the Australians have included a batsman who can bowl some left-arm spin for that very reason. Bickle looking for a big shot. Sachin Tendulkar quickly on the ball. This could be an easy run out. I think the batsman is struggling here. Mallinder has asked for the TV replay and he just gives a nod to suggest that it might just be useless to go for that verdict. The Indians believe they've got another wicket.
Tendulkar doesn't have to throw this very far, less than 30 metres. Good bounce throw, good thinking. Michael Clarke not in the frame at the moment, and that will be out.
Disappointing end, but this time of the innings, wickets need to be sacrificed. Every run counts. He's gone for 2, 286 for 7. Brad Hogg has walked in, and I hope he's wearing some good running shoes because that's all he needs to do. Is gone. What an over this is for Ajit Agarkar. He's finished with 4 wickets. Where all his other colleagues with the ball have suffered. He's going to return to the dressing room with remarkable figures. But fact is, 50 overs have been bowled on the dot. The time of 6, and Australia have ended up with 286 for 8, and this is the 8th wicket.
Another lovely piece of reverse swing bowling right up in the block hole. Not the place to hit those. A Bickle goes for one, a remarkable opening over and a remarkable closing over here in Australia's innings. India gather their bodies and their thoughts together because they have a big score to chase here at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. We'll come back.
Australia won an important toss, decided to bat first. They had some early setbacks. Matthew Hayden gone for a duck with the first ball that he faced. Adam Gilchrist continued his adventure on this tour, 41 of 30 balls. Ricky Ponting had the best innings of the series, 31 of 37, but the exception was Damien Martyn. Great innings from him, 100 of 119 balls. Symonds and Bevan getting important 40s. As far as bowling is concerned, plenty of bowling used.
Yes, indeed, and perhaps the most disappointing were the spinners, though Harbhajan's 1 for 44 was certainly tidy. Ajit Agarkar 4 for 37, 3 wickets to him in the last over, 4 to India with the run out. He was the best. He used the conditions beautifully. Perfect bowling from him. Unfortunately, the example wasn't taken up by the other mainstream bowlers, particularly the spinners. And Yuvraj Singh certainly did a good job in the all-rounders position.
282 for 5, 286 for 8, so not a bad comeback. Maybe a bit too late for India. 287 runs to win.
Cricket highlights sponsored by Sam Travel Tours, bringing...
Well, this man has got to get going today. Difficult conditions for the batsman, as I mentioned earlier. But on his day, Virendra Sehwag can be quite a handful. Strike rate of 97. Nathan Bracken, star of the show. And Faridabad picking up early wickets. Very early in his one-day career. But still the economy rate very good. 20 wickets in 14 matches. 3 for 21. Last time around is his best.
And for Nathan Bracken, this will be the biggest challenge of his short career. Bowling to 2 players of this calibre in front of this crowd, this absolutely buzzing crowd here at the Wankhede Stadium.
They did dismiss Virendra Sehwag in the first over in Gwalior. Could this be different? Bracken to Sehwag. Good delivery first time, and he's given him! He has given him! Neil Mallinder had no doubts in his mind, and this is the last thing that India required. Stunning silence in the crowd, and the Australians are a bundle of joy.
Bracken, a wicket second ball at Faridabad. This one pitches, goes straight on. No shot from Virendra Sehwag. So first ball dug for Virendra Sehwag, just as Matthew Hayden had done. 1 wicket for no runs.
And the birthday boy is out there because India is off to a disastrous start. Losing Sehwag in the first ball of the second innings. We would look to a big start from Tendulkar and Sehwag, but wasn't to be. TVS Cup got 100 in the previous game. Another big one. But just that stride outside may have given him the benefit of doubt. But Nathan Bracken already looking dangerous.
Well, it's a brave umpire that gives two LBWs in the Wankhede in front of the home crowd. Let's have a look at this. Does it do too much? Sorry, Neil, I don't agree with you. I think that's hitting leg stump, making a fairly big mess of it. That's just as out as the first one.
Gets off the mark. Will look for two. Gets it comfortably. That's glorious. Tendulkar at his best. He often is when he presents the full face of the bat. Crowds here will love it. One would expect him to continue.
Good seam from Williams, but no movement. And one of the great attributes of Tendulkar's batting is the ability to get the ball in the gap every time. This is only the second ball he's had a look at. The first full delivery, but that was right in the middle of the gap.
Well, he's very strong in that area. Was in the air. Brad Hogg was the fielder there. VVS Lakshman picks up a boundary. Now, every time the ball gets closer to the ropes, the crowd is excited. Good seam position, and he's a very risky player, VVS Lakshman. Brad Hogg making a valiant attempt. Smashed away through the offside. And elegance personified is VVS Lakshman. Very strong in that area, as Henry mentioned a little earlier.
So hard to defend the square of the wicket there. Just lovely use of the wrists. Wasn't a bad ball from Bracken. It had a fraction of width that the head stays so steady.
That's a glorious shot. A lot of time for VVS Lakshman. When you bowl shot on a slow pitch, you're going to ask for trouble.
Short and wide, gave him some width to pull it. If Bracken wants to bowl a short one, he's got to make it about head high. Almost a straight pull.
He's gone for the hook, hasn't timed it well enough. Clear Brad Hogg by a long way. Tendulkar's not very happy. He should be the man who plays around for a long time.
This was never in danger of being caught. There's no one in the outfield. The man at mid-wicket is there ready to save a single. This has landed more than halfway out there. And that's what happens when you take the slips out and you take that attacking option away from the bowler. Very, very good batting. Clever batting.
Didn't try to hit it hard, VVS Lakshman. Once again, the slow delivery, 116 Ks. Doing the right thing. Waiting for the ball.
And gone. It's all over already. He's got a habit of the Sandy Bickle. He's picked up another one early. Incredible.
Well, aren't they excited, happy? And why not? And extreme reactions in the crowd, as you would expect. Now, this is a bad delivery to start with. This is short and wide. And Lakshman spotted an opportunity to score a boundary. Runs are difficult to come. You can understand the batsman's reaction to that one. Wasn't quite on top of it. 21 for Lakshman. He scored 38 for 2. What a moment to come into bat. The stand-in captain Rahul Dravid batting at number 4 for India, with India in trouble. 38 for 2. Target is 287.
Now you see the feet don't go, and he's just gutted with himself, VVS. he just doesn't go anywhere with the feet. He just waves the wand. Oh, and a handstand drive to finish the over. That is priceless. 49 for 2.
Good start for Bickle in a way that he picked up a wicket, but absolutely no control over the line or the length in that over. Right there in the slot. Shoaib Akhtar is impressed. Four. Hit very hard, didn't bother keeping it down. Brings up the 50 for India.
No, you got to love it. Just has a sighter, says, I'll have a look at you, Andrew Symonds, for one. And then the second one's got a little bit of flight about it. And the little master just goes downtown. Beautifully timed. 4 more.
It's gone up in the air. Now this is very, very lucky for Tendulkar. He's caught in 2 minds, no doubt about that. Was looking to go in the air again. Looking to hit it hard. Then the last minute was trying to bail out of the shot.
Just try to ease back off it, because he just probably realised also there's a man out on the fence at, well, a sort of a straightish mid-wicket.
54 for 2. Bickle in his second over. Oh, that's gone up in the air. He's still got enough bat to clear that fielder of mid-off. It was a complete miscue for shot. Second time lucky in 2 overs. Tendulkar, that ball falling in no man's land. Andrew Symonds continues, bowling his off-spinners. He's found the gap. It's gone on to the practice pitches. This is 4.
And we saw a couple turn appreciably from Symonds in his previous over. This one could have been a possible arm ball. Just sits up and says, hit me. As it was, it just went straight on. Rahul, no mistake.
Oh, the Yorker, and well dug out, well fielded. Oh, great throw. What a piece of cricket. Bat, bowl, field.
Wonderful cricket. Just take a look at that. Oh, that was magnificent. So good to watch.
Oh, that's edged away for 4. Half intended, half accidental. 66 for 2. Lap sweep, lovely stroke. That's how you play the turning ball.
That's very cleverly done. Very delicate indeed. He tried using his feet, trying to get to the pitch of the ball, couldn't quite manage it. Just paddled it fine. It's almost predetermined. A short, fine leg fielder played it very fine. No chance for that fielder on his right. And once you pass him, it's 4 all the way. Beautifully done. 2 wickets down. Chasing 5.5 and over. In excess of that. Once again. Almost a cry of anguish escaping Andrew Symonds' lips. He thought he had his man, but bat coming down at the last instant, just making that delicate contact.
Instant replay. This time it was the arm ball. Symonds was entitled to get excited there for a moment. In the air, but very well placed over Nathan Bracken's head and mid-off. I think he picked the wrong and went with it.
That was very cleverly done. They had him at long off there for Sachin Tendulkar, brought him in for the single saving position, and just take a look at the shot. Reached for the delivery, got under it, didn't try and hit it hard. A beautiful follow through of the bat. Edged, and that should be 4. That's a good delivery, but played late, played with loose hands by Sachin. Again, part deliberate, part getting an edge. He was playing it late, wanting to let it run down to third man. In fact, very well done, very clever shot.
Very delicately played. Once it gets to the pitches, practice pitches, it's going to be a boundary. And that brings the 100 of India. It's come reasonably good time.
Still that run rate required though for India, 6.2. This is beautiful to watch. Wanted to give himself room, and just the topspin went on and skidded. Just opened the blade sweetly. Oh, that has bounced as well. I've been going on about the quicker men getting bounced, but Brad Hogg has as well, and they'll go all the way, despite the efforts of Mr. Clarke.
Tendulkar reaches yet another landmark. 63rd 50 for Tendulkar. That's quite amazing. He knows the job is not yet fully done. Fighting half century, a very important one at this stage of the game. The extra bounce and a bit of deviation. But Brad Hogg was providing the batsman with a little bit of pace. Great effort, great commitment. Oh, playing with the pace of the ball, nicely guided. Boundary to end the over. It's 122 for 2. Smashed this one too, and he spears the gap between the man at deep square and mid-wicket.
He's got to be very careful, Andrew Symonds, not to let this slip. He's doing a pretty useful job. Yeah, just that fraction too short. Stump, and again the last ball goes for 4. 137 for 2.
Clarke will continue, and he's bowled it. And he's bowled Tendulkar. What a wicket to get just in his second over. This is what the Australians were looking at, and Michael Clarke delivers.
Another disappointment for the ultimate hero in this game of cricket has departed. A hometown boy, Sachin Tendulkar, just getting a little too cocky on it. It's gone way outside off. The ball is there, and he's gone outside leg, sorry, and he's just trying to run this away to third man. Very annoyed with himself. And Michael Clarke, he's over the moon as skipper is as well. Thoroughly delighted. He goes for 68, Sachin Tendulkar. India now 137 for 3.
Yuvraj, the new star, the sensation. He's played some great innings in the recent past. He's out there.
He was on 68. Been starting to hit boundaries, and he can see there, absolutely gutted.
Good shot. The placement was the key here.
What a lovely stroke. He got into position so quickly, Rahul Dravid, and that boundary brings up the 150 of the Indian innings. 150 for 3. Rahul Dravid moves on to 48. What a lovely position that was. Pulled it with a straight bat. Played it in the gap.
And they've claimed a catcher. Yuvraj is walking. So Clarke has picked up another wicket. And as you would expect, pin drop silence here at Wankhede Stadium.
Well, a lot was expected from Yuvraj Singh, but he's not fit at the moment, and when a player is not fit, it's not very easy to concentrate. That was a good delivery. Well, there was the answer for me when I thought Ian Harvey was a surprise omission. Well, Clarke says I am the right inclusion. Yuvraj gone for 9, 153 for 4, India.
That average of Mohammad Kaif has dropped very quickly in the last few innings, but he is the man for India.
.50 to Rahul Dravid. He's played well. Got plenty of work to do. His 45th 50 in one-day cricket.
Just playing out the next 5 overs without too much of damage. Just get them feeling good all over again. Then they could perhaps start really accelerating.
Here comes another 4. Andrew Symonds has bowled a few short deliveries, and every time he's done that, he's been punished.
And what surprised me is Ricky Ponting. He's just not changed him. He went for 50 of his 9 before this over. This is his last over in this innings.
This is one of the reasons why Sourav Ganguly has always wanted that 7th pure batsman in the team. His belief is he can go in with one bowler short and it makes a difference of maybe 20-30 runs, but he just likes that security of 7 genuine batsmen. He's got another wicket here. Michael Clarke is on a roll at the Wankhede Stadium. He's picked up his 3rd wicket, and a very odd dismissal for somebody like Rahul Dravid. He's played the reverse sweep, just gone straight to the fielder.
Well, 3rd wicket for Clarke, and he gets the reward for bowling well. What he's done is he's bowled a good line in length, not tried much. 59 for Rahul Dravid, 172 for 5 India, and drinks are on the field.
But immediately after Sehwag, there was another delivery by Nathan Bracken which wrapped Lakshman on the pad. Both were the typical seam-up deliveries. Here's another one. So there you are. They're falling like 9 pins at the moment. Indian batting disintegrating very quickly, like the pitch.
Yeah, that's the 6th wicket gone for India. And they've really dropped like Sidhu's cycle stand, Sanjay. Touch 1, all of them gone down. I think the selectors will have to do a lot of thinking who to get now in the middle order. Mohammad Kaif has failed miserably for a long time. He's gone for 10, 175 for 6 India.
He's gone for the big one. And Symonds pulls out a beauty. What a catch. There have been some great catches in this tournament, and this one could match any other.
Never an easy catch when you're running away and the ball is over your head under lights. And he got the rebound. He's been watching a bit of the NBA. Basketball skills there from big Andrew Symonds. And then a drop kick to finish. A little bit of rugby. Agarkar gone for 2. It's 178 for 7. Symonds got a great pair of hands, and even on the rebound. Fantastic.
Well, has he caught him? Yes, he has. Great effort by the tall fast bowler. Never easy getting down in time. Short ball. Harbhajan Singh taken by surprise, and what a great effort by Nathan Bracken.
Disappointed here, and there's a soft dismissal for Harbhajan. Got down, all 6'4" of him. Nathan Bracken, he gets Harbhajan Singh for 6. India now 185 for 8.
Nathan Bracken, soft dismissal. Harbhajan Singh just fending it. A good reaction and great commitment from the tall fast bowler. Well, the 3rd 50 coming quickly, but the last one the slowest. And he's bowled him. 4th wicket for Michael Clarke. His first opportunity to try Nation ODIs, and he's made full use of it.
Well, on Kumble, he's just tried to smoke this over the fence. And it's hit just over halfway up middle stump. So huge risk. Didn't come off for Kumble. He has to go for 6. India now 200 for 9.
286 was a big total, and all hopes rested on this man, and he knew it when he was out. Normally he's not very expressive when he gets out. You can see that he was very, very unhappy, and even the walk back to the pavilion wasn't quite the Tendulkar when he's dismissed. It was a very slow walk back to the pavilion. A nice chip shot, but straight to the fielder. That's it. Curtains are down on India. Australian captain is happy after that win against New Zealand. They have sought vengeance against the team that beat them in Gwalior. So it was India winning comfortably in Gwalior in that day-night match. Today it's Australia's turn to win comfortably against the same opposition.
It's a comfortable win, but a very important one. They've halted the momentum that India began in Gwalior with a good win on their home territory in conditions that should have suited India more than Australia. So this is a big win for lots of reasons, not just in the context of the tournament. They've halted some serious Indian momentum right here.
Disappointing run chase for India, and all those who assembled at the Wankhede Stadium would be disappointed that Tendulkar couldn't take their team to a victory here. So once he went, and after Dravid followed him quickly, all hopes were dashed, and 209 is what India ended up, and what could be worse than conceding that bonus point to Australia. So no points for India from this match, and Australia coming back with a vengeance. Interesting bowling figures when you look at the bowling lineup there. Nathan Bracken at the top was outstanding once again, 4 for 29 of his 10 overs, and Michael Clarke making a good debut on Indian soil, 4 for 42 of his 10 overs. Andrew Symonds, interestingly, the change part-time bowler, bowling his 10 overs. So a reconfirmation of the match result. Australia batting first, getting 286 for 8. Damien Martyn the star there, and India faltering at 209, and in the end the defending champions of the world win by 77 runs. Top of the table in the points tally, 13 points from the 3 matches. India end up with 8, and New Zealand, having played the 2 matches, are on 3 points. We hope you enjoy the highlights of the match number 4. Do join us for highlights of the next match, which is Australia versus New Zealand, coming to you from Pune. Until then, from all of us here, it's goodbye.
Cricket highlights sponsored by Sam Travel and Tours.